Alright, just wanted to do a little update. Welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. Um, so I'm covering kind of like the bear case for Bitcoin and crypto right now, which is probably not going to really be popular because everyone wants to see their altcoin pump, which is definitely happening right now, which is why I wanted to make this video. Let's go. One I follow really closely is Matic. So you can see Matic got above its 200 day, testing it here in August, September, and throughout October, and you finally broke above it. And now you're pumping up. I mean, these are really big candles. So, I mean, this is definitely really bullish. If you take a look at Chainlink, which is another one that I have been following for a while, you tested your 200 here, and then you finally broken above it. I have this little note here: staking on Chainlink is going to be activated December 22, so December 2022, not December 22nd. I don't know when in December it's going to be activated, but a bit of bullish news, and your coins are pumping as well. Your altcoins are really pumping as well right now. Curve, let's see, up 15%, almost 20% in one candle, which is crazy. Now Curve hasn't managed to get above its 200. Ohm continuously still in the shitter. Binance, which has been outperforming this entire market cycle, very well above its 200 and pushing up into higher and higher Fibonacci levels. So each one of these lines represents a standard deviation away from this purple line right here, and it's a good way to visualize support and resistance levels. So you can see, just as an example on Binance, use this one as support right here, then this one became resistance, then it becomes support, resistance, support, resistance down here, then it's support. So you can see that the price likes to travel along these fib levels. Ethereum is up way high above its, but what I wanted to point out for all you crypto people out there is right now you have the dollar currency index taking a rest, which is certainly contributing to the rally in cryptocurrencies. So if you just take a look, let's see, so let's measure this from basically October to now. Past 43 days, the dollar has been down 3%, and when the dollar goes down, that's good for precious metals and things like Bitcoin. So in that period of the dollar going down 3%, if we go to basically September, it's about right here, Bitcoin up 10%. So if you don't understand the correlation between the dollar's strength and Bitcoin's strength, the dollar's weakness and Bitcoin's strength, that's really something you'd want to take a look at if you're going to be charting and plotting and trying to do technical analysis of your own. Because when the dollar is strong, things like gold and Bitcoin become less desirable. Now, why is the dollar so strong? The dollar is so strong because the interest rates the Fed has so graciously given us have been just rising up and up and up and up and up. So the demand for the dollar itself is very high due to the high interest rates. So let's take a look at the overall market, because the cryptocurrency market is about $1 trillion right now. Like the whole market cap, I believe, is around $1 trillion. So let's take a look at the broader market to see. So this is really telling to me. Right here on the 31st really kind of looks like your top to me, because then you painted 1, 2, 3, 4 4 bearish candles in a row right here, and then you're making a small gain today, but like I had drawn on this chart before, this just looks like it's going to make a head and shoulders to me. So here's your left shoulder, head, right shoulder maybe here or up here. So let's get rid of this. So you can see this candle's also been, this candle is a big fight too. There's no clear winner yet of today. But let's look at the Dow. The Dow, you made 1, 2, 3 red candles, and then you're making a marginally higher high. So this is like lower low 1, lower low 2. And what's really important to understand is if this candle doesn't break above this area right here, well, you've now just made a lower high, which would mean you have the start of a bearish fractal heading back down that way. So kind of what I'm arguing is despite the large pump we're seeing in crypto, there is still work to be done before I would consider moving capital into this on a large scale. So you can see the totals kind of at $1 trillion right now, roughly $1 trillion, but you're still below your 200-day, which means you're still in a structural bear market. Now, I expect this to probably continue going up like here, hit this, maybe come down, go over here, do something like this, and then maybe go up here, and you know, obviously we're in speculative territory, or it'll come up here, take a rest, and then find its 200, and then you're in a proper bull market. So I'm definitely going to be monitoring this on this channel. So this is your total crypto market cap, and this would obviously be really bullish. So let's look at the total crypto market cap divided by the S&P 500. You can see last time, what did I really want to say here? We've had points in this bear market before where you've just sort of ranged and churned sideways until you hit your 200 or get close to your 200, and then you capitulate. Now the thing I'm watching for is if you see this chart structure, let's turn this off right here. Well, let's ignore this one. This chart structure that we're forming right now seems awfully similar to me. You have marginally higher lows, but you're really failing to breach that 200-day moving average, a very, very important 200. So unless the total market cap can really make some solid closes above this, you know, you're still at risk of this same thing happening again, which I know goes completely against what Twitter's saying. I know that for a fact, because all the altcoiners are ready for their pump. They've been waiting, they bought their dip, they are ready for the pump. But you got to realize the wider market could potentially be constructing a very convincing bearish fractal going down this way. Now, if there is always the chance that that Bitcoin and crypto starts to outperform. I mean, since the June crash, you've moved up 26% against the S&P 500, which is really impressive, honestly. I mean, that's pretty good. But unless you break this, if you can imagine, this will probably keep coming down this way. Unless price can do something where it comes up, takes a rest, tests, takes a rest, then goes on this way, you're still in a bear market. So, you know, you really, if it were my money on the line, I would wait and see if you can actually get out of a structural bear market against the S&P. Because if you can do that, well, then you're off to the races potentially. So if we look at total 3, so this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, you got the same problem here. You're really reaching for that 200, but whether you'll make it or not is really yet to be determined. Same thing with total 2 right here. Total 2 divided by NASDAQ, I can't seem to get the Fibonacci levels to show up, so we'll try and do this one. Okay, so this is pretty bullish. So your total 2 divided by NASDAQ just made some strong candles above the 200-day moving average. Of any of the charts that we've looked at in this video, this is definitely the most bullish, most promising chart. But really, to confirm what this chart could be describing in terms of crypto entering a structural bull phase against stocks, we really gotta, I would wait and see if you can make closes on these other metrics until we do that. Let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's very, very far away from its 200. Not saying it can't get there, but if you can imagine, this will probably come down sort of like this. But you could get candles doing this, and then you're in a bull market. Or you could have it touch and then peter out. So really, either way, but what I'm saying is it's really too close to call at this point. Now, I would definitely be missing gains on Ethereum. Think about it. If you had just bought a couple weeks earlier in October, you're already up 30%, which is just huge. And it looks like Ethereum might be trying to close above its 200 as well. But what I'm saying is, despite all this bullishness right now, do you really want to buy something that you haven't confirmed is outperforming stocks yet? We've confirmed that the total 2 is outperforming the NASDAQ right now, is all that we have confirmed. But if the broader market continues to sell off, that's when you could really see a change. Either the broader market's going to sell off and crypto is going to have its day again, or it's going to follow the same old things, and you're going to get rejected off of the 200. So just kind of wanted to do an update. I also wanted to point out that sovereign governments right now are like buying shitloads of gold. Sovereign banks, sorry. Well, I think some governments are doing it too, but anyways, gold is being bought up at an alarmingly quick pace. Now, gold has been a reserve asset for pretty much the inception of time on this planet. Bitcoin really hasn't been around quite as long, and I really doubt that these banks are going to be putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet, despite the fact that it could be outperforming stocks. I don't think it's really reached reserve currency status with large banks and governments and corporations yet, simply due to the fact that they have no regulation in place to have like standards and practices around cryptocurrencies. Now the regulation's coming, but the banks right now, to prepare for inflation, they're not buying Bitcoin. They're just buying gold again, which is a predictable move if you think about it. That doesn't mean Bitcoin can't keep going up. I kind of just want to make everyone out there that's listening or tuning in aware to the potential risk metrics here, because you still have the risk of sort of repeating what happened over here. You kind of move marginally up, and then you can't manage to close above this 200, and then you take a nosedive down 50% in market cap. So just trying to make you aware of the risks and kind of show you a rough game plan of what I'm thinking. Because this is getting very, very close to being very bullish here. And if that happens, if I get confirmation on all of my metrics, then sure, I'm going to be going in. But until then, you know, as long as Bitcoin is below this line, I'm still short crypto, which I think really kind of goes in contradiction to the Twitter narrative. But you know, I digress. We shall see. This is obviously getting very close. Maybe I'll have an update maybe in a couple days to see how it plays out. But right now, if you're an altcoiner, your bags are very much up. So I think that was kind of all I wanted to express. Have a good one. Thanks.